Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baiklah, saya akan melanjutkan pembahasan kita yaitu ke chapter 5 yang berjudul Forces Acting at a Point. Di sini dia menjelaskan bahwa in this sector the fundamental quantities, scalar and vectors. Di sini dia menjelaskan berarti di dalam forces acting at a point ini kita harus mengerti tentang scalar and vector. Di sini dia menjelaskan lagi which form the very basis of all branches of engineering are introduced. A force is a vector quantity, and in the sector, the resolution of force in introduction. Resolving forces is very important in structure, where the principles is used to very fundamental scale. Berarti di sini dia menjelaskan di mana prinsip ini adalah yaitu prinsip yang sangat menggunakan scale di dalamnya dan sangat membutuhkan skala dan vektor tadi agar bisa berjalan dengan lancar. Dan kembali step-step pasti ada poin-poinnya, dan selanjutnya poin kelima ini juga ada poin-poinnya, yaitu yang pertama distinct use between scalar and vector quantities. Yang kedua, define center of gravity on a object. Ketiga, define equilibrium of an object. Keempat, understand the terms coplanar and concurrent. Yang kelima, determine the resultant of two coplanar forces using the triangle of force method, the parallelogram of force method. Dan yang selanjutnya, calculate the resultant of two coplanar force using the cosine, the sinus rules resolution of force. Dan selanjutnya, determine unknown force when three of more coplanar force are in equilibrium. Dan jelas kita di sini akan membahas tentang scalar and vector quantities. Di sini dia menjelaskan kalau untuk scalar quantities dia menjelaskan di sini have a size dalam kurung or magnitude only and need no other information to specify them. Thus 10 cm, 50 seconds, 7 liters, and 3 kg are all examples of scalar quantities. Dan untuk yang vector quantities, di sini dia menjelaskan have both a size or magnitude and a direction. Calculate the line of action of the quantity, thus a velocity of 50 km per horse do 8 and acceleration of 9,81 meters per second squared vertically downwards and a force of 15 newtons at an angle of 30 degrees are all example of vector quantities. Selanjutnya di sini dia membahas tentang center of gravity and equilibrium. Di sini dia menjelaskan the center of gravity of an object is a point where the resultant gravitational force acting on the body may be taken to H. Di sini ada gambar lingkaran persegi 4 dan satu lagi nih gambar persegi panjang. Ya, dan di setiap gambar ini ada titik bulatnya di tengah. Di sini mungkin menjelaskan tentang center of gravity and equilibrium tersebut. Di sini dia menjelaskan a thin flat sheet of a material of uniform thickness is called a lamina, and the center of gravity of a rectangular lamina lies and the point of intersection is a diagonal. Di situ dia melambangkan diagonal tadi adalah lingkaran yang tadi. Baiklah, lanjut saja ke pembahasan selanjutnya yaitu forces. Di sini dijelaskan when forces are all acting in the same plane, they are called coplanar. When forces act at the same time and at the same point, they are called conjugate force. Force is a vector quantity. Di sini menjelaskan force adalah vector quantity. Berarti vector quantity ini sama dengan force yang sudah dibahas tentang di atas tadi. And thus has but a magnitude and a direction. A vector can be represented grammatically by a line drawn to scale in the direction of the line of action of the force. Baiklah, kita akan membahas tentang yang selanjutnya. Dan tapi di sini ada rumus tadi ya sebelum kita bahas selanjutnya, yaitu OA sama dengan, tapi sama dengan di sini ada 3 garis, yaitu OA garis di atas sama dengan garis 3, OA garis di atas sama dengan garis 3, 3I ditambah 4J sama dengan garis 3 di dalam kurung 3/4. Lanjut saja. The resultant of two coplanar force. Di sini mengatakan for two force acting at the point, there are 3 post substitutes. Berarti dari sini menjelaskan untuk 2 force acting endpoint tadi, dia harus membutuhkan 3 possibilities-nya, yaitu di sini tuliskan 4 forces acting in the same direction and having the same line of action. The single force having the same effect of both of the force, call it the resultant force or just the resultant. Di sini dia ingin membahas tentang problem 1, yaitu determine the resultant force of two force of 5 kN and 8 kN. Dalam kurung A acting in the same, dalam kurung B acting in opposite direction but having the same line of action. Baiklah, kita lanjutkan saja ke pembahasan selanjutnya, yaitu triangle of force method. Di sini menjelaskan a simple procedure for the triangle of force method of vector addition is as follows. Di sini dia ada tiga poin, yaitu yang pertama, draw a vector representing one of the force using an upright scale and in the direction of this line of action. Yang kedua, from the nose of this vector and using the same scala, draw a vector representing the second force in the direction of this line of action. Yang ketiga, the resultant vector is represented in both magnitude and direction by the vector drawn from the tail of the first vector to the nose of the second vector. Pembahasan selanjutnya yaitu tentang the parallelogram of force method. Di sini menjelaskan a simple procedure for the parallelogram of the force method of vector addition is as follows. Di sini dia menjelaskan ada 4 poin, sedangkan yang tadi ada 3. Yang pertama, draw a vector representing one of the force using an appropriate scala and in the direction of its lines of action. Yang kedua, from the tail of this vector and using the same scala, draw a vector representing the second force in the direction of its lines of action. Yang ketiga, complete the parallelogram using the 2 vector drawn in dalam kurung E and 2 as 2 sides of the parallelogram. Yang keempat, the resultant force is represented about magnitude and direction by the vector corresponding to the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the tail of the vectors in 1 and 2. Di sini dia seperti ada menjelaskan rumus, yaitu dijelaskan di sini praktik exercise 33 further problems on the parallelogram of force method. In question, di sini berarti latihan ya teman-teman, menjelaskan tentang latihan. Berarti di sini ada contohnya, yaitu ini dia. Di sini menjelaskan contoh. Using the parallelogram of force method to find the magnitude and direction of the resultant of a force of 250 Newton acting at an angle of 135 derajat and a force of 400 Newton acting at an angle of min 120 derajat. Baiklah teman-teman, Hanya itu materi di chapter 5 ini saya bisa sampaikan. Semoga kembali bisa bermanfaat bagi kita semua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.